where we stopped on the day. Hope you remember this. So we have done a lot of things like while loop, then if and else statements. Of course, for loop we have to discuss few more. Okay, um, and then nested if, what is break, continue, pass. All these statements we have discussed already. Now coming to function, let us start with the functions. What is meant by function? So do it once, use it multiple times. That is called as function. What is the do it once and use it multiple times? As I told you very clearly on the day, just adding two numbers or multiplying two numbers or finding the greatest number between. So all these things, for different inputs, we have to assign different values again and again, and then we have to find the output. Instead of doing that way, let me start giving a fixed so let me start giving a, see for example, this is the program that I actually want to do it. If A is greater than B, print A, else print B. Now, what I am going to do is, let it be called as a function. The function name is something, find the greatest, find the maximum. Okay, compare some name again, and this is the keyword we are using, DEF definition. And to do this, what are the two arguments, default arguments that you need actually? Sorry, the required arguments that you need is you want two numbers to be compared. So the two numbers has to be assigned. So now, when you just call the name of the function, and when you assign the two arguments in order, and simply give some value for that to save the answers in a particular place, what will happen? My compiler immediately will go and fetch what is that maximum. So maximum is a function definition. What is the function of the definition? To find A whether it is greater than or not. Then print out. So now what happened? This is the keyword. This is the function name. These are the two arguments. This is the comment, a docstring. It says what it really does. This is the body of the function. There will be always intended. Okay, it will be within. Can you see? There is a space here. Call the function. Actual arguments are 6, 4. Sir, can I write one more? Yes, you can write x, y, z. Y is equal to max of 100, 200. Z is equal to max of 5,000, 10,000. You can include many inputs here. You can include many inputs here. Whatever the inputs that you are giving, you will get the output as a print statement. That is how it is. So when I write like this, help on function max in module underscore underscore main underscore underscore max a comma b, it will return the maximum among a. This is the another way of writing a module actually, and calling the main function. Okay, and calling the main function. I will explain you about what is this underscore, double underscore, single underscore. Okay, how it works. I will explain you. Wait. So this is how this function can be called. Okay, let us go a little deep into this functions. Here the definition name is print name. First name, last name, initial. The order is first name, last name, initial. I want to print the name. How? Print first is 0. What is it? First is 0. I am taking the index value from the list of first. I am taking the index value, that is nothing but 0 index value plus a dot plus last. See, for example, let me take a name, maybe Abdul Kalam. Then let me take AK, Abdul Kalam, AK. We call him as APJ. So like that, Abdul Kalam. So Abdul is the word in that first letter, that is first of O, first of 0 index value is first of. Then I will take A dot Kalam, that is the last word, last name. The last name Kalam, there also the first. So initial will be AK. Otherwise, if it is not initials, otherwise I should see, I can give an if and else statement. Yes. Write the full name, first name as well as last. Now let me give, I can give input in two ways. For example, you see, I will call the print name Indian Institute false. Actually, here there is a small mistake. 1 minute. 1 minute. Small. 1 minute. I'm just editing. Small. 1 minute. Yes, now it's right. Okay. So Indian Institute, I have given Indian is the first. How this function is written, I'll explain you. Indian is first, institute is last, initial is false. If initial is false, then I should go for full name. The function prints the full name because initials are false. That means it is false. Now, ACATS Institute 2. Now, once again, ACATS is first, institute is last, initial is true. So, initial true means what should I print? First letter and last words first letter, last names first letter. So, first letter A, first letter is I, answer is A. The output will be A. Okay. Okay, this is the third example for you. See here. Last is equal to institute. Last is equal to C. I have to come here. So the second variable is mentioned here, first variable. But even though I have done it, I have mentioned what is the key variable actually. Initial, that is the last variable, that is false. Though it is mentioned in the second place, I have mentioned it very clearly. The key is actually the third variable. Then I am declaring the variable for the first one, mentioning that this is the first. Nothing wrong. What is wrong here? So let me read like this. Compiler will read like this. First, ACATS, last, institute, initial false. Initial false means full name. So ACATS ACATS, last, institute, initial true. AI. This is the examples for you how to call function by using the function name and argument. Arguments, which order it has to be. If it is declared in different orders, what will be the corresponding output? If it is a Boolean argument, what is the effect of the Boolean argument? That too in a if and else. If we have any questions in this slide, in this concept, we can ask. Do you have any questions here? What happened when initial is not given? By default, it will take us true. So what happened when initial is not given? By default, it will take it as a true. There are some default values for all the arguments. That also I will be discussing in the upcoming slides. Okay, what will happen if, and if the number of arguments are not appropriate? For example, I have given x, y, z, but x and y I have declared the value. Is that what will happen? Sometimes, if in few programs If at all is possible, then a default value will be taken. Otherwise, your compiler will throw an exception message saying that required arguments are 3, available is only 2. Like that, you will get all the explanation. The exceptions will be thrown. We will discuss that also now. Don't worry. There are few occasions where it will take the default value as 0, default value as true, like that. Anybody else? Okay, I think no questions. I can move further. Listen now carefully. Parameters passing where formal is bound to actual using formal's name can mix keyword and non-keyword arguments. All non-keyword arguments precede keyword arguments in the call. So first keyword arguments, then only non-keyword arguments should follow. It should be matched by position. See the previous example. First, last, initials. Okay. So see here, I have given last, initials, first, all. So that's what it is. All non-keyword arguments are matched by position. Order is very, very important. Order of keyword argument is not important. So order is important. Order of keyword is not. Anyway, last name can be first name. First you can declare. First name can be declared in the last. So order of the keyword argument is, but non-keyword arguments are matched only by positions. Whereas keyword arguments are not like that. You can put it in any order, it will accept. For example, here, first, last, by default, I'm saying initial is false. Now, if initials print first O plus last O, else first and last. Listen to me here. Already default is there. What is that? Initial is false. That's my default case. Note the use of the default value. I kept already that as a default case. Now, I have not given anything. By default, it has taken it as a false. Because I have written it initials is equal to false. Therefore, it has taken initial as false. False means full name will be created. So ACADS something. Sir, afterwards I changed my mind, sir. I have done it little wrong. Then I corrected it. I said that initials are true. Yes. Now it will accept. It will override. It will override. Default keywords may get overwritten. So initials are equal to true. So now what will happen? False will become over. I don't give such generally. No problem. I am changing the order. No problem. Okay. I got last is equal to institute. Here what I am doing is ACADS, okay, last is equal to institute. Initial I have not declared. So else case will come into the act. First name is ACADS. Last name is already by default argument is given. The answer is ACADS. This is how default values will come. See here, default values before is non-default, after only default. After default, once again I should not have a non-default. So that is the rule here. Order of keyword arguments are not important. Non-word key arguments are matched by position. All non-keyword arguments should come front in the call. Okay. Do you have any questions here? No questions? Okay. I'll make a move. So default values are nothing but allows user to call a function with very few arguments. Very few arguments. Useful when some arguments has a fixed value for most of the calls. That's why we have default values. All arguments with default values must be at the end of the argument list. I'm going to use a word called as keyword called as global. Global. What is meant by global? This is the place where you have seen how variables are declared and what is meant by default value. Default value, one more step is called as global. Globals allow functions to communicate with each other. What is meant by global? The name itself gives you some meaning. You are writing a function and you want to keep some kind of variables there for every function definition. Previous slide. Yeah. Tell me, Ma, you have any questions? Anything you want to ask here?
Sir, some questions are there in the chat box, sir.
Yeah, I'm open. Previous slide, sir. Why are we using default values? Good question. Venkatesh, that's nice. See, let me take this simple question where there is no default value. Where there is no default. First, last, and initials. So here, generally, as per my wish, I can have any variable like first name, last name, and initials. Everything I can have. Imagine that I'm changing this program slightly to a little different. That is, listen. You are filling your placement records. In the placement records, first name you are writing as it is, last name as it is. Here I have given college. Imagine that I have given college. Now, when I fill, you will fill like Venkateswar, first name, last name Rao, and you will write Chalapati College of Engineering, like that. What I will write, okay, okay, I'll write Ajay Kumar or Raja, something like Ajay. Second name Kumar. I don't want to write too lengthy, so I will write Chalapati C College of Engineering and Technology. Okay, another one of my friend will write. Okay, Suresh Babu. Yes, Suresh. Yes, Babu. He will write Chalapati College of Engineering and Technology. Don't you think that it is creating a lot of non-homogeneity in the list? So immediately the placement officer says, you are not supposed to fill as you like, man. Your default name of college should be, the code is Chalapati instead of IT. Like that, the TPO has got all rights to fix the variable like this. So now nobody can change it. So this is the definition I create. I write the program and I send it. I make a code. I write it. Then I am supplying this code to you. When you are filling a form, you don't have anything to do. You write your first name, last name. By default, the college name will be printed as CAE. Understand? That is like this department wise. For example, we have 2, 3. You have 4 years: first year, second year, third year, final year. And this is going to be only for first year. For example, I'm saying I'm doing some kind of data collections only for first year. I can say by default that this first year, so that nobody can change it, right? I don't want to have a non-homogeneous data like this. Many places for security reasons, I don't want to do anything. In banking sectors, I may have some kind of default values, rate of interest, maybe a default value. Okay, you have a principal amount, you have duration 5 years or 10 years or whatever it may be, but interest rate is always 8%. Reserve Bank have fixed it. So I don't want you to give the input for this. So my memory space will get wasted. If at all I take this as a user input. So to reduce that, what I'm doing, I'm going to make it as a default value. Then generally what will happen? It will not accept any values even if you give. That's the reason that it is called as a default value. Even if you forget to give also, it will take that as a value. Sometimes people will not write the college names properly in the Google form. When we ask to register for a drive or something, then I can just do it to reduce your job, right? So there are so many uses for this default values. Hope now we understood. That's a good question. I think I can start from here, right? I have to start discussing about global. Default is one criteria that I can make a function to be little more decorative, little more decorative. Okay, so I'm adding some more flavors to the function. To still add some more flavor, I can use a word called as global. What is a global, sir? Global allows function to communicate with the directives, with each other indirectly. Without parameter passing, without return values, convenient when two seemingly far apart functions want to share data. I'll give you the example, don't worry. No need to have a direct relationship with caller and callee relationship. If a function has to update a global, okay, this blah blah, I will explain you once. Come to this program, then you will understand first. Then I will explain you the previous slide also. Listen now. When I write something on the top, when I write something on the top, I'm almost declaring, I'm making it conform. My pi value is only 3.14. I don't want anyone to change or to, so that is one thing. Then it comes under default value. On the other side, what I'm saying, this is common for any kind of definitions you write. I have n number of definitions you see here. Definition perimeter, definition area, definition update. I'm having multiple definitions. You write n definitions, man. Your global value, your pi is always equal to 3.1. I'm saying. So I don't have any rights to change the value of 3.14, and I don't need to declare it everywhere. Every definition, I don't want to write that pi is equal to 3.14. Hence, area is equal to 2 pi r, pi r square. Pi is equal to 3.14. Hence, perimeter is 2 pi r. Like that, I don't need to mention. So it will always take global value from this global value, and what is remaining there in perimeter, I am taking only the argument as r. Can you see? Actually, perimeter wants pi r, but pi is already available abundantly in the global value. So when I call the definition will take it from the global value because it's already declared on the top itself. Then the remaining value is r. R will be taken as an argument, record argument. Area, pi r square. R alone will be taken from your user. Pi is already available on the top. So, and the definition, okay. So still here the problem is solved. Okay. So I no need to declare next variable as pi because already it is available. So it will take it from there. And only what are the record arguments are nothing but radius from radius. Okay. Imagine that I'm writing definition volume. Definition volume. For definition volume, I need pi r cube. But now my mathematician, my guide or somebody, my supervisor saying, don't take the pi value is 3.14. Take it with 4 decimal point. That is, declare it as 3.1419 for more accuracy. Only for volume, you use a different pi value. But my program has already got the pi value. Now I want to change it, right? I want to change it. I cannot simply, because so I have to use the word called as global. This global will, when I use this global word, this will update this value once again as 3.149. Any function return of that will get 3.1. Okay. So print area pi r square. So r square, okay, pi r square. So r is 100. 100 into 100 into 3.14. Okay. Print a perimeter 2 pi r. So 2 into 100 is 200. No, 10 only is the r. So perimeter 10 into 3.14 is 31.4. 31.4 into 2 is 62.8. Okay. That is 0004 is nothing but a bit value. Okay. I told you already. Float value is how it will get. Okay. Next. Update pi. So perimeter. Now I am calling the definition. See, I have called an update. I called the update. I didn't do anything. I just simply called. Now I am printing the value. See, everything is changing. Until I call it, my pi value is 3.14. To update it, I have given you global.pi, global space pi. Now my pi value, global value, which was 3.14, is now updated with 3.141.9. Now when I call again these two functions called area and perimeter, I am getting a new answer. This is called as global, and this is how I can update the global then and there. Clear? See, for example, you have Reserve Bank of India, sorry, State Bank of India, you have Punjab National Bank, you have Bank of Baroda. So definition Bank of Baroda, principal income into number of months into rate of interest. Then I am calling State Bank of India, then Indian Bank. So for all these things, the global value, the rate of interest is equal to 8. Imagine that private banks like ICICI, HDFC is having 9.5. They want to attract the customer, so they announced it as 9.5. Now I can write global rate of interest R is equal to 9.5. Now I can write all the new banks. So now my rate of interest will get changed for all these banks, privatized banks. That is how this global keyword is going to be very, very useful for us. So any questions here? Can a function change a global variable? That's what I'm changing. Definition update. The definition update is changing the global variable. I cannot simply change. I have to use the keyword called global. Then only it will go and search where the global is. The global is 5. Then it will change. That's what the function name is, update underscore 5. You want to change it only for one function? Yes, you can do it. See, for example, that's what I told you, definition volume. In volume, I want to use a different one. Then again, I change it as global 5, like that, keep updating. That you can update. When you use global, again you call any function, it will be affected. You want a new value to be updated only for the particular function, then you can use a new value there by updating it. That's all. But when you use a global, the entire function, the entire program, that value will get updated. Whenever you call again that function, the new value only will be called. The new value alone will be. No, sir, I want only one particular function alone. I want to change the value. Yes, you can get updated. I don't want that to be affecting my remaining part of the programs. Yes, that can be also done. Can you see this smart method? Name Rachel. Okay, immediately I'm saying good morning, command name. Then Rachel. Good morning. Okay, model of S is a string. Fetch it from name. So that is also nothing but good morning, Rachel. Good morning. Okay, this is all I'm going to start talking about input and output patterns. Okay, patterns. Now we are moving towards input and output patterns. What is the difference here? Can you see? Okay. When I use the 10s, the spaces increase. The spaces increased. When I use the 10s before, see here, good morning, 10s. My Rachel comes before, and good morning goes back. Input output formats. When I use 20s, space will be increased. Rachel, 20s, good morning. When I use minus 4s, okay, it is reduced. It's coming close. 4s. When I use 10.4s, okay, what I'm doing is I'm just entirely moving this ridge actually. So again, when I do 0.4, actually, it is only the 4 characters are red. 4 characters are when I use 10.4s there, I use only 4 characters, but again, the space is formed between good morning and Rachel. So this is a simple slide for input output format. In your code tantra, there will be one page where you will get the formats, right? Oh, sorry, one lesson. These introductions will help you about how to exchange the strings between head and tail area of a string output. Okay, so we call it as string patterns, input and output patterns formats. So I will teach you once again. So now simply nothing will happen. Good morning, Rachel. That's all. Now when I say good morning, model of S, okay, then colon, then what will happen? It is just like a format. Rachel will be fetched from name and it will be printed just immediately after good morning. This is another way of writing the output format. Okay. Now here I can do some small changes. That is when I use 10 yes space, 10 space, then what will happen? Some space will be given. I can increase the space. Okay, like here, like this. Like so. Now what will happen? In this place of percentile of 10 minus 10 is there Rachel will come, and from there good morning will be started. Now the gap will be still increased. Okay, fine. Now what will happen when I use minus 4s? Okay, good morning and name. So when I use this point 4, only 4 characters instead of Rachel, only Rach is used. Good morning. When I use 10.4s, Rach with the 10 space. Okay. When I use good morning, 10.4s percentage. That is also correct. What will happen? Good morning, Rage, that is 4 characters before 10 spaces. Okay, input output format. If you have any questions, you can ask me. And regarding the function definitions, we will be studying more while doing the class, and that is OOPS concept. Still, we will discuss more. Okay, object creation. Those times that time, no, you will be still learning more. Don't worry. So shall I proceed? So what will be the expected output here? Can someone tell me? Yes. Okay. Good morning, everyone. When I use 2 decimals of 314, now what is answer? Now what is answer? What is the output? Correct. 3D. Can you see the space getting increased? Okay. So when I use 0 4D, it's coming close. 0, then 4 decimals. I'll get 00. Here 00, but 2 decimal. So what will happen? 3 1 4 1 5. Hope you understood this. Do you have any questions in this input output formats? So practice, that's what very important now. Shall we proceed? Well, what do you know about strings, triples, or lists? Yes. Any idea? Built-in data types for Python. Okay. Fine. We'll discuss more about this now. Yes, I got answers. Which one? Yeah. You mean this one? Okay. Fine. I'll explain you. Okay. See here. When I use 314 of 1D, 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then what I'm doing is, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here there is a small change. I'll tell you what is it. 4D. It's 4D, but include S0. Now, when I use 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I use 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 5.2D. So 0, 5 is nothing but 0, 3, 1, 4, 5. That is 0, 0, 3, 1. In that point 2 in sense, point 2D is 3, 1, 4, 1, okay, of point 2D. So 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9. So 0, 0.05.2. Last one, let me take 6. So totally 3 plus 3, 6 elements. I want 0 to be added for 6 elements. So 3, 6. Then point 2. Point 2 in sense, this is how it will be converted. This is the conversion ratios of decimals in a format. Clear? Yes, I got a lot of answers about list and tuple. Nice. Very good, very good. Nice. Nice. We will discuss. Good, good, good. Nice. Shall we move on to the next slide? This is a one single cheat sheet for list tuple set dictionary. Okay, go through this. I will explain you. Okay. Now, let me start like this. List. Why should we have a list? What is the use of a list? Can someone tell me what is the use of the list in Python? Why should you have a list? To store multiple values in single variable. Good. Fine. See, this listed tuple set dictionaries are the collection data types in Python programming for 4 different necessities, requirements. Generally, what is a list? List of students, let me take. In a class, list of roll numbers, list of students, list of marks. Okay. When I take a list naturally, you take a mark. Okay. Or let me take mark. Mark will be in order, right? Okay. Student number 1's mark, student number 2's mark, student number 3's mark, right? So list is always order. List is always order. Change up. So after taking the list, I can easily remove, add some values, right? Some marks may be repeated. It allows. So list is ordered as changeable, mutable, duplicate D, LOMD, long. In the same list itself, a small change called as tuple. That is also ordered. But when you say this is the final list of my examination mark statement of on a particular class, then I can call that as a tuple because it's unchangeable. But still it allows all duplicate values. Only small difference between list and tuple is this is changeable, this is unchangeable. Clear? So, okay, list tuple over. What is set is a? You might have seen A set, B set, C set, 3, all these things. Even in mathematics, you might have seen. Okay, all odd numbers, even numbers one set, odd numbers one set, like this. Now, a set is a collection which is nothing but it will not be it will not be in order, maybe in any order. And 100% unchangeable and does not allow sets will not allow any. Okay, you take a set. A set is a team players. So it is not changeable and there is no duplicate here, but anybody can play in any order. Set teams. Set is nothing but team. Finally, I have dictionary. So you know what is a dictionary in English? There will be a word and there will be a meaning. There will be a word, there will be meaning. All words will be kept in the order and the meanings will be also kept in the order. Similar. And no word will be getting repeated unnecessarily or unwantedly, particularly the values. So this is a simple single slide cheat sheet which you can go through, and if you have any questions you can ask. If you find it very useful, it's good. You can raise any questions if you want. Shall we move on to the next slide? Okay, fine. So as of Python version 3.7, dictionaries are ordered. In Python 3.6 and earlier, dictionaries are unordered. Please note on this part. So relation between list and tuple. Okay. A relation or difference, I can say. See, the data type properties are almost same. Almost same. But the first difference, as you have seen, it is actually a tuple is nothing but unmutable, right? Okay, then the next thing is, see, the purpose of using the listen tuple. Okay, uh, whenever you want to do any changes in the data further, then in that case you can use the list. Sorry, yeah, list. It is because it's movable. If you don't want anything to be changed in future, then you have to keep those data in the sets. And of course, it accepts all homogeneous always the list, right? Okay. But you know that in tuple actually you cannot do that. Okay, unless you have a run. And as you know very well that it is immutable. Okay? And what else? What is the difference? Major difference? That's all. Tell and remove are same. I'm coming to the point. Sriveni, I'm coming to the point. I'm going to discuss that with example. Both are not same. It's totally different. Remove is different. Tell is different. Let us. I'll discuss with you. See, strings in Python have type called str. And second thing is they represent sequence of characters. You know what is a string? Like Python is itself a string. Python. Backslash is used to escape quotes and special characters. Intro to Python. Okay, these are all strings. Yeah. What is the length here? INTRO space TO again space then Python 10 plus 5. 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 10, then Python. In this three outputs, if you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, length of the single, length of the empty, because it's totally null, and then specify one forward slash of n2. Length of special is nothing but a single character, the special character representing the new line. If you have any questions, you can ask me here. before second slide. Okay, I'll come back. I'll come back. Before, this is the before slide. Then before strings. Strings is nothing but you have to write within single quote or double quote. Both are same. Backslash is used to escape quotes and special characters. That's all. You have any questions here? What you want me to explain more? You tell me. I will explain you with example. This is the slide that you are looking for. Why are we using slash? Why are we not using? Okay, we are talking about the slash actually. See, each slash has got some kind of a meaning actually. Forward slash and backward slash. Okay. So first of all, I will tell you what is by backward slash. Okay. See, whenever you are using the string, okay, with the backward slash in Python, naturally it will try to escape action. Okay, escape codes. So I will tell you here. 1 minute. So it is the backslash itself, it's a escape character. Okay, I think it may come later. Okay. So a backward slash itself, it is nothing but a special character, and that itself in computer we call it as escape character. When you are using the backward slash, it can be used for tab, a new line, or to bring it back to the carriage return. We call it as CR, carriage returns. Okay, that's how backslashes are useful. Okay, by default in computer, it's called as escape codes. So, any more questions here? So it is intro to Python. Then when I say it is DSCR, ACADS first course. So listen to me. When I use a single quote here, when I use one more single quote here, then this will be by default will be taken as one string. Then otherwise this part of the string will be taken. But I don't want that to happen. I want the entire sentence to be one string. What to do? Unexpectedly, one single quote is there in the between. So I don't want my compiler to read this. I want to escape. So when I put a slash, my compiler will jump from here to. It will not consider this. So it's almost like I'm hiding this single quote. You can see that the output gives nothing, no change. Okay, because I used the slash. Is it clear? That is why a backward slash is used. What is the length here, ma? Okay. What is the length of the name? INTRO 5 space 6 T7. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Length of single is only 1. Length of empty is 0. Now what will happen? Can you see here? Length of 1. I don't want 2. That is, I am giving a backward slash. So that will be taken once again as a character. 1 backward slash n will be taken as 1 bit character, then 2. So they will always try to represent that as a new line. Hence, it will take the length of this particular small format as 3. Because 1, next line 2. So 3. Total number of characters there are. Clear? Wait, I have some chat box question here. Yes. What is this concatenate and repeat one? Concatenate, truncate, concatenate, truncate, concatenate, repeat. Truncate is something called concatenate is paste. Repeat is do it again. Am I right? What does this concatenate mean? Why should I do it? Python concatenate is plus, repeat is nothing but with the asterisk star. Operation has special meaning with operating on strings. So with strings, I can use this plus and multiplication for two different things. One is for concatenation and another one is for repetition. Now, this can be done as a function or operator overloading. I'll explain you about what is the function and operator overloading. Okay. What is overloading and what is the function overloading and operator overloading. Just note down this one. We'll go step by step. Now, when I'm using an asterisk, actually, it is like repeat a string an integer number of times, maybe 2 times, 5 times, 10 times. I'll show you one example. Intro to Python ACADS first course. Now, print punishment. I won't fly paper airplanes in class. Now, what I'm saying, I want to give punishment for 5 people. I want to give punishment for 5 people. What will happen? 5 persons will write, I won't fly paper airplanes. I won't fly. So simply I want to give 5 numbers, just multiply with 5. This is how I can do concatenation and repetition in strings. Concatenation and repetition in strings. Is it clear, ma'am? Truncate is simple like slicing. Cut the strings. That is what I am coming for slowly. So now indexing. Strings can be indexed. Okay, 0. 0 is the first character. 1, 2, 3 after that. So fourth character. Then again, hello of index. So hello of index of 1 is in hello. Index of 1 is E. I can also declare it as it is and then I can call the variables. Clear? Okay. So indexing, I think most of you will do it. Negative indexing -1, -5, -2. When I say this negative indexing, so yes, -1, -5, that is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Then -2, actually. -1, -2. That's why I got the outputs as yes, A, B. For example, I have only 5 letters. Bloom. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The available index is only 4. I am trying to write 20th element. It will say index out of bound. The exception which you are getting is called as index out of range. Hope you might have seen all these error messages frequently in your program. Okay, string index out of that may be either positive or clear. So this is all introduction basics of strings. Hope you can easily understand. Okay, we are going to do some kind of complex things learning in the coming part. Okay, indexing is over. What is slicing is just cut into small piece. The start end step. Okay, at the index start and ending at the index called the n minus 1. So while ending, it will start end before one step. Start exactly starts from the beginning onwards. So if start is not mentioned, it will take it as 0. If end is not mentioned, it will take it till the length of the entire last element will be taken by default. So they generally we give like that. Sometimes when you want to read the full string, right? Like this. So here start is also not there, end is also not there. Both are same like 0 dot length. These are all introduction parts. Hope there won't be much difficulty in understanding. May I know whether you have any questions here. Shall we move on to the next slide? Yes. Okay. So is it clear still now? Yeah, okay. Let me proceed. So what is the answer here? ACADS slice between 0.0 and 3. What is the answer? Zero is A, 1 is C, 2 is again A. So 3 will not be included here. So the answer is ACA. So from the beginning to 3, both are same. Clear? Any questions? Slow? Here, what is answer? From 3, yes. D and S. What is this 2? What is the answer for this? Yes, you are right. Yes, here. Zero is A. Length is the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the length. Right? So 0 to 5 means 0 is A, 1 is C, A is 2, D is 3, S is 4. That's it. So arcades. Yes. So we will stop it here for today and we'll start from tomorrow. Take care. See you. If you have any questions, you can post.